Good afternoon. So I just thought I'd pop on because I've not been on for a while, and it's been a bit crazy. Excuse the state of my mascara. I just thought I'd explain this as well in case you see any photos or anything around and you wonder what it is. Yeah, it's been very busy. I had two babies born in 16 hours, 17 hours, as you've probably seen. It has been obviously all their daily visits, then my antenatal clients on top of that, and just keeping on top and making sure everybody's happy. So yeah, it has been extremely crazy. I did my hair this morning and then it rained, so it's just gone all weird, but never mind, don't worry about that. Right, so what this is I've had acid reflux and digestive problems since I was about 15 years old. My mum, when I was little, it always came out when I was really, really stressed. So if I was stressed about exams or anything like that, then I would get really bad chest pain and all this reflux and everything else. And my mum used to say that I had wind, and she literally used to wind me like a baby. She used to sit there rubbing my back until I could like burp, and then it would relieve it a little bit. That went on and just got progressively worse as I got older. The last 2 years have been shocking. I've not really been able to tolerate drinking anything like fruit or anything like that, any acidic fruit. I can't have. I never drink fruit juice, don't have smoothies, nothing like that, because it just gives me too much pain. And it literally is pain. At times I've been in A&E because I thought I was having a heart attack. So I finally gave it in and had an endoscopy and a colonoscopy because I also have IBS. So they did the a few years ago. I had a endoscopy, or gastric endoscopy, and they said that I had a mild hiatus hernia, which runs in the family. My dad has it, my grandma had it, and so did my sister. So I wasn't surprised by that at all. But they said that didn't allow for my symptoms, and they didn't know why I was in so much pain. So they increased. I've been on lansoprazole since I was pregnant with the twins, so 21 years. So that's been a long time. So they changed it to esomeprazole twice a day, so morning and night. But then my GP decided that they were going to take me off the nighttime ones because it can affect the calcium in your bones and things like that, and it can cause osteoporosis. And obviously, as I'm a woman of advanced age, they decided that that wasn't a good idea. So they took me off that, and I just couldn't cope. 2 years ago we went on holiday and I was drinking my lovely red wine, and I was just I couldn't deal with it at all. Really bad acid, making me feel really sick. So back to the GP I went. Stopped drinking wine, or as much wine as I was drinking. Not that I'm an alcoholic, but went back, and they referred me back again to the gastroenterologist. So I went to see them, and they said that I needed to have another endoscopy. So I had one, and they still said small hiatus hernia, not particularly any swelling to my stomach. I didn't have Barrett's esophagus, which is what my dad had, and carry on as I was. But then when the follow-up came, it was just horrendous. I just couldn't eat anything, not enjoying any food, vomiting randomly, just random bouts of vomiting when I'd not particularly eaten a lot, and just not enjoying anything. So again, I had another endoscopy, and they found that the hiatus hernia had massively increased in size. So it's a really big hiatus hernia. So they decided to send me for this little test that I'm having now. So they put a tube up my nose and into my stomach. First of all, thicker than this, like a straw-sized tube, which is a manometry test, and that looked at the muscles in my esophagus, so my food pipe, and how they were moving, and if they were like peristaltically moving the food down, which basically they're not. She said that my muscle function is shocking, and also the sphincter muscle, which sits at the top of your stomach, is open, and not keeping anything in there. So the acid and all the food is just regurgitating all the time. So basically I need to have surgery to repair that, which I kind of knew anyway, and I've done lots of research on it. So they are going to take my stomach and fasten it around the top of my esophagus, around the bottom of my esophagus, sorry, and stitch it into place and then repair the hiatus hernia. So all of this will be fixed around clients. So when I'm not on call, that's when I'll have it done. It's keyhole surgery, so I should only need 2 to 4 weeks off. So that is what is going to be happening. So we'll see when I'm having that. But yeah, so that's what it is. This has to stay in for 24 hours, and what it does is it measures the amount of acid, and I have to document all my symptoms, which has been great fun. Anyway, I've waffled on for long enough, and I need to go in and see a client and weigh her baby. So speak to you later. Bye.